Right, when we look at discipline, we need to get an overall definition. What's the definition you've got for discipline?
The definition I got was a system of rules used to maintain control.
I got the training or conditions imposed for the improvement of physical powers and self-control.
Right, I got the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behaviour using punishment to correct obedience. So overall, from the three of them definitions, we can get a general feeling of what the actual definition of discipline is to you specifically. Right, when we look at discipline, we need to look at the specific things within it. One is rules and regulations. I think that the necessity for rules and regulations is important because it's proven to have better results and it keeps things in order.
Yeah, well, the rules and regulations, I think they enforce the discipline. Because this will be a better understanding of them, there'll be better structure, they'll get a better end result.
I think that it promotes equality because everyone has the same rules and nobody's treated differently.
They're also there for our safety as well. For example, in the army in Afghanistan, because they're in a dangerous environment, a lot of the rules and regulations that they follow are actually for their safety because of the environment that they're in, really. Right, another thing is orders. Why the orders need to be followed. Not only because of the operation and getting around the best, like trying to get the best possible outcome in missions, so they need to follow the orders that are given to them by a higher authority.
Well, if orders are followed, then there'll be no conflict with colleagues in the public, and the orders will keep everyone in line and they'll know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think everyone will be working their best because they'll know what they're doing, as like you said, and people will know what the punishments are for breaking rules, so they won't do it.
Yeah, this can also link in again with safety because if orders are given to them, it's known from someone of a higher authority, so it's known something important that they need to do that's going to either benefit them or the group. Also, when you're trying to, when we're looking at order needs to be maintained within a group because it keeps everyone treated the same.
Yeah, I think it's good to maintain order because it shows equality within the group and everyone feels equal and they get that sense of belonging.
Yeah, and everyone will be focused on the objective because they'll be in line and they'll all know what they need to do.
Yeah, so we can see overall this can like bring a group together. Like, there's different methods that you can use when we're looking at discipline. One can be rewards, can be put in place. This can often prove effective. An example of this could be the carrot and the stick method, where one group, there'd be two groups. One of them would be trained using punishments, and the other one would be trained using rewards. And it's like a comparison between which one is better for maintaining discipline and getting better results.
Well, if they just use rewards and they've got nothing to lose, so they can just aim for the reward and try and get it to bonus at the end of the task.
Yeah, and it keeps a positive mindset because they're looking at how they can improve themselves rather than focusing on what they're going to do wrong.
Right. The opposite to that, of course, is punishment when discipline. This can sometimes be more effective because you have more to lose and you can end up in a worse position than before. So there's things on the line.
Well, I think the punishments are effective because the hierarchy have control and therefore the lower ranks will be scared of them because they can get punished by them if they do things wrong, so it keeps them in line.
Yeah, they won't want to do anything wrong, basically.
So whereas, with rewards, you have nothing to lose and you can only gain things. This, you can end up in a worse position than before, so this can drive people more to success. This is often used in the military services as keeping discipline within the group. Right, when we look at the public services with discipline, we can look at the consequences of a lack of discipline and what can happen. It can, if there's a lack of discipline within a group in the public services, it can put people in danger. Not only themselves, but the people around them and the people that they're meant to be helping because of what position they're in to help us.
Well, if there's lack of discipline, then they'll have a bad understanding of the aims that they're meant to be doing, and there'll be no real structure, and they won't get a good result from what they're doing.
Also, there'll be a conflict between people who work there, so they'll be arguing a lot. There won't be any rules to follow, so they won't be working at their best, and then they won't know what they need to do, and the public won't have trust in them to do the job correctly.
Right, yeah. When discipline also has a massive effect on social order. a lot of what's focused on here is without discipline, socially we'd have to rely on the good people in society to kind of teach others and improvise and like essentially lead the blind and help out there because be like chaos.
Yeah, and if there's no discipline, then the services would it'd struggle to deal with crime levels because they won't be tackling it effectively. They won't be disciplined.
It'll also cause anarchy really, because no rules will be followed by any of the people, and there won't be any discipline to enforce the rules on them.
Alright, when we look at the role of discipline, we can also look at how it helps a group when they're tackling tasks. The first thing is team spirit. Having a team of disciplined people can maybe promote equality in the group, and they can start to respect each other as they're coming together to tackle a task, and it can also up the morale of the group.
And if the group's got good team spirit, then they'll get on well together, they'll want to work, they'll have the same focus, and they've got each other's backs and they can trust each other.
Yeah, and everyone will have a sense of belonging in the team, so therefore the team will be very cohesive and they'll all be working at the best.
Yeah, there's also a sense of duty and honour when we look specifically at the public services, because having discipline in the public services, it gives the public trust in them, and if they have a sense of duty and honour in their job, then it shows that they are dedicated to their job and they're proud to be in that position.
Yeah, and with a sense of duty and honour, it keeps them focused and they've got that self-discipline because they know they've got to do well because they've got a duty to the colleagues, the service and the public, so they know they've got that pressure to do well.
Yeah, so they should be honoured to wear the uniform for the service, so it gives them a good impression on the public.
Right, so also when we look at the role of discipline, we can look at how the public services, they actually serve the public, and the discipline needs to be there because they need to be disciplined within their roles so they can get the best results through knowing what aims are and getting properly serving the public, because that's the overall aim in what they do really, because they're helping us out.
Yeah, they've got to keep them as the main priority when they're serving. They've got to remember the public's got to come first.
And need to look approachable and professional so that people and the public can actually come and talk to them if they need anything.
Yeah, so that links in with cooperation between us and them. Because if they're looking, if they're represented properly and they show that they want to help us, we probably help them and return the favour in some circumstances. Right. With the public services, when we look at examples of discipline and how they follow it, the first example could be...
Yeah, we look back at rules and regulations. It's important that we remember public service we've got PACE. It's the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, which is a set of guidelines for the police to follow. They can also establish the powers that the police have when combating crime.
And it doesn't only state the powers, it shows the requirements that they need to follow, like from the stop and search, and they follow it because it proves effective for their understanding of what is allowed to be done.
Right, so PACE overall is like a set of rules or guidelines for the police to follow, and if the rules are not followed, then consequences can happen because it might show that they're using their powers more than they should, which isn't fair on us, because they shouldn't overuse their authority because could affect the position that they're in. In some circumstances, they need to be more professional and they need to follow this, because there's been examples of where maybe they haven't followed the rules, and that not only affects them, but it affects the public's opinion and view on public services as a whole. So one person's actions can not only affect them, but can affect the whole service really. Another example of where discipline is the rules in public services is the Armed Forces Act 2006. This replaces 3 previous acts that covered the Army, Air Force and the Navy. So it combines them. It combines 3 acts into 1 act essentially. It's like a set of laws that they must follow. The people in the military services discipline themselves because they're following and they're respecting the codes.
Yeah, this act covers like a range of things really. It can go like from drugs and alcohol testing and public services, the consequences of assisting the enemy or obstructing a mission.
And it's there for their safety, as they're in dangerous environments all the time. For an example of like something that's happened in the Armed Forces Act could be a commanding officer imposing a detention on a lance corporal in the RAF regiment, which would enable the commanding officer to combine a new punishment of service detention with reduction in rank. So it's a punishment for them, you know.
Yeah, so these set of rules that are in place and these codes not only link in with the safety and the safety of others, but it links in with how professional they are and how they look and if they're following it. Because if it shows that they're disciplined if they're following it, because they're essentially conforming to what's in place for them and following the rules, and that can be an example to us. Right, so that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks.
Anything you want to ask, Lucy?